And this 45-year-old dinosaur grifter is exactly what's wrong with the internet nowadays. Instead of these old heads learning how to use the app and create original content, all these cockroaches do is bottom feed in the corner with their hand over their mouth, trying to judge others. Brother, get your hand out of your mouth. Boys, listen, you ever been to the airport, the grocery store, the mall? You see a dime, 10 out of 10, and you're like, damn, I wonder who's banging that. It's probably a motherfucker like me. Just gonna be straight up with you. Boys, I got some comments that are saying, why are you always in this same spot with the staircase? Boys, if you actually look down below, there's an imprinted ass stain in my couch. And if I got a normal Bugatti, I want a Pure Sport. I can't drive my Bugatti and there's somebody else that has a Bugatti that says 16. I can't get dictates. So I'm 16 and I got my girl pregnant. What did I do? I mean, you did the f***ing, right? Now you got the kid. Right? If I was down to my last $100 and I was starving, I'm getting a lineup. The food's gonna come after that. Everything else will sort itself. Full-grown man, dog. Full-grown adult male asking me to be spoon-fed to see his bitch. You got bigger things to worry about, bucko.
Well guys, it looks like we are back once again with some more alpha male universe goofiness. And today, we will be talking about one of the biggest goobers to ever enter the AMU and participate in it, and the only alpha male who has modeled his look off of a fucking chia pet. So naturally, we would of course be talking about good old Vincent Fischer, or as everyone else knows him, as Pubes Watson, and it seems to have been quite some time since the last time we discussed him. And in fact, it has been around 2 weeks since the last time that we did discuss our perm-loving friend right here, where we basically sat back and watched him get absolutely exposed by John Bravo Films for renting the penthouse that he was always claiming to own and that he was always trying to flex on everybody in order to convince them to sign up into his coaching program. And he flexed this damn penthouse and pretended like it was his so damn often just for John Bravo to absolutely nuke him and expose the shit out of him. And after this occurred, Vince here decided that he was going to respond to John, and he actually ended up making a pretty decent response, or it was at least better than what we would have seen from good old Wesley Watson or people like Power Bottom Perry, and he didn't get mad and just start having a little meltdown, but instead acknowledged that some of the jokes were pretty funny.
Boys, one of my favorite quotes from Donald Trump is, good attention's better than bad attention's better than no attention. So when my page is getting no hate, I'm kind of like, what am I doing wrong? I need to start rage baiting more. But boys, I had a big channel make an exposed video about me. I kind of saw it coming because I was like, everybody else in the online coaching space has fallen off. Obviously, I'm the next easy target to get views. But I'm watching this video. I'm like, it's actually hilarious, right? He clowned my hair, said my place and cars are rented. I hit him up. I was like, bro, W Roast, appreciate you blocking out the address. He was like, haha, yeah, man, thanks for not taking it personal. I'd never do that. And it makes you think behind the scenes, all the big channels and creators don't actually hate each other. The only people emotionally involved are the people not getting paid in the comments, the consumers. And it makes you think, if you're one of those consumers, how do you go from being a consumer to being a creator and getting paid? Boys, it starts by building a personal brand and asking, what value can I actually provide to the marketplace?
And yeah, Vince, you have always been an easy target for views with that hairstyle you got going, but I decided to go ahead and stop it right there because he then went into dropping a straight up full-on ad trying to use it in order to get people to sign up into his little coaching program. And as you can clearly tell, that's exactly what he was building up to in his whole little response. So he took a good response like this, and then of course used it to double down and try to get more clients. And like I said earlier, he did respond better than most alpha males and didn't just throw a little hissy fit temper tantrum. But naturally, this motherfucker right here just couldn't help himself but to start instantly grifting, since that's all that he knows how to do. And at the same time, even though he was a good sport about it with the way that he did respond, with a response like this, he is basically admitting to all of it and is essentially just begging for mercy. Because the goober didn't argue with any of it, but instead just tried to play it off and tried to laugh along with it, like he didn't just get exposed for lying about all of this different shit. And even though he did respond like this initially, the man then later on tried to justify renting the penthouse because he was getting questioned about it by his fans in his Q&A. And his argument is basically him saying that he does it to save money, which would make a lot more sense if he didn't lie about it in the first place and didn't pretend to own the damn thing. And if his dumbass didn't just claim to buy a $3.5 million car, that is a way bigger waste of money in general. So he is obviously just coping his ass off and saying whatever he has to now to change up the story in his favor.
So if you're so rich, why do you rent where you live? That's actually an amazing question. Now, could I buy this penthouse? Absolutely. I've been offered multiple times. But if you were Vincent Fischer and you could have $2 million or put it into a place you already live, why not just have the $2 million? Why not just pay $10K a month? Right? Like, the American dream you guys once were taught is dead. I watched my mom and dad work their entire lives. Mom bought land, dad built a house, 2008 wiped them out. And I told myself nothing like that's going to ever happen to me or my family again. And the only time I do buy real estate, it's not going to be in the US, and it's going to be commercial. I'm not buying any small shit. For example, I can get better returns on my cash too. Like, our ad spend does 5 to 7x right now. A much better, investment of a $2 million fund is to put it into ads and multiply like a vending machine. Why would I buy a house? It's stupid.
And the switch up here is actually just downright insane. We have somehow gone from him sitting here pretending like he owned a penthouse on the top floor to him full on admitting that he's renting it and then trying to justify renting it because it's a better money decision, which it might be, but you can't just switch it up like this and ignore the fact that you've been bullshitting your ass off the entire time. And this is not where the goober behavior ended, because Vince didn't only respond to John Bravo, but has also been responding to other random people. And he went back to his normal shenanigans after this, of posting just the most goofy content that he possibly can. Like this video right here, where he had his girl shake her ass for the camera before going on a little rant.
Go bounce some ass. Bounce that ass. Whose ass is that?
Daddy's.
Boys, listen, you ever been to the airport, the grocery store, the mall? You see a dime, 10 out of 10, and you're like, damn, I wonder who's banging that. It's probably a motherfucker like me. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. But a lot of you guys hit me up and go, Vince, my girl left, Vince. My boss fired me, Vince, I'm not going to make rent this month. And I always ask, brother, when's the last time you got a lineup? Because if you looked like money, it'd be impossible to go broke. If you looked like money, you'd make money, right? If I was down to my last $100 and I was starving, I'm getting a lineup. The food's going to come after that. Everything else will sort itself. Book your barber in right now. Get the appointment and let's turn up, bro.
And I have absolutely no idea what kind of fucking lineup this man is talking about right now with the bowl perm that he's got going on at the moment. But this shit has to be rage bait, because there's no way that this shit right here can be talking about getting a lineup. And I guess if you do sign up with your courses, this is the exact advice that he's going to give you, is that you can't fail if you just look like money, so go get a damn haircut. And naturally, people ended up seeing this clip and responding to it because the goober behavior is just off of the charts. And a fitness influencer named James must have saw this and ended up making fun of it. And I don't know a whole lot about James, but looking at his page, it just seems like he makes fun of different goobers like Vincent. And I've even seen him making fun of Wes Watson.
How delusional are you? Trying to fucking make up fucking stories like, if I had all day to work out watching, I'd be jacked too. Your fat ass would be fatter, bitch.
If you don't know who I am, let me tell you. I'm Wes Watson. Do your fucking homework. Let me make one thing very clear. We are not equals. Do you have a Bugatti in the garage? Do you have man tits? We are not the same.
So of course, when Vince noticed that this guy responded to him and kind of made fun of his video, he naturally had to make his own response, where he called this guy a grifter and ended up going on another goofy ass rant like he normally will.
Whose ass is that?
Daddy's.
Boys, listen, you ever been to the airport, the grocery store, the mall?
You know, when people bitch about what's happening to masculinity, I agree.
James. Been expecting you. But boys, the video before this is me and my girl, both in our early 20s, laughing, having an amazing time, enjoying our youth. And this 45-year-old dinosaur grifter is exactly what's wrong with the internet nowadays. Instead of these old heads learning how to use the app and create original content, all these cockroaches do is bottom feed in the corner with their hand over their mouth. trying to judge others. Brother, get your hand out of your mouth. You're a full-grown man with kids to take care of. This is what I like to call the gay best friend. As you can see up above, he's making the same exact constipated face before every other video reacting to a woman or some 20-year-old. If this was me, I'd be embarrassed as a father and as a husband. Now, I don't know if this guy does fitness coaching, but he's 30% body fat. Those aren't abs and pecs, those are rolls and tits. I could lactate you. Now, very rarely do I make videos like this, but these old heads need to be exterminated from the app. Instagram needs a max retirement age of 40 years old. If you're above the age of 40, you are now retired. You have Facebook and LinkedIn, but leave the young people alone.
And yeah, Vince, I hate to break it to you, but both of you dipshits look like you're 45, buddy. And I know you're always claiming to be 22, but you look like you are at least double that age, dog. And it is just crazy work that this man has the audacity to call anybody else a grifter, because after responding to all of these people, that is exactly what he went back to doing, which was grifting his absolute ass off. And this just started off with him going back to his normal little Q&As, to where he is basically trying to rage bait people into signing up into his program, and is just constantly saying stupid shit like this right here, where if you're 15, you should have made $100,000 already.
At 15, bro. You're fucking 15, you haven't made at least 100,000 yet? That sounds like a skill issue to me, right? You're over here jacking off, playing Fortnite at birthday parties, celebrating failure. You're 15, bro. You gotta lock in. When I was 15, I was selling shit door to door. There's kids in Brickell right now that are 8 making more than you selling candy. You gotta be a hustler, right?
And when he wasn't sitting here just talking crazy, like having the audacity to say that there were kids making more money by selling candy, the man had also been trying to respond to the haters, and basically just continued this little rage bait routine where he is just yapping on nonstop and quite literally trying to make you angry enough that you sign up for all of his bullshit.
So it's crazy how many people are hating because of how capable and competent you are. I mean, guys, at the end of the day, if I was homeless, would I have haters? Probably not. Right? I'd be invisible, I'd be on the side of the street, but everybody who hates on me has already subconsciously labeled me as superior and already created the assumption in their mind they can't get to where I'm at. That's why they hate. Right? So there's two types of people. One person sees that gap and feels the need to rise to the occasion and become a higher version of themselves. And another person has already had a lack of self-belief. They have enough inner bitch that they go, he's above me, I'm not gonna get to where he's at, let me try to discredit and drag him down. This is the psychology of haters. How do I know? I used to be one. When I was 16 years old and didn't think I'd get rich, I was like, man, f these motherfuckers online.
And all of this is just bad enough on its own, and it's nothing that we haven't seen from Vince before, but he has picked up a very new grift that is just getting downright out of hand. And I have absolutely no idea who is out here showing these different alpha males how to use AI, or what AI actually is, but there needs to be some type of consequences for them. Because not only did we see Ali Soba using it nonstop to produce garbage like this right here, which I don't even know what the hell this is at this point.
Ali, you're a nice guy, but you're not speaking to somebody that will just let you speak this way. You know,
What the f you gonna do about it?
I'm not going to let you speak to me the way you want to speak to me.
Ali, if you have a personal problem with me, forget religion. Put religion aside.
All right, guys, son. You know what? This, bro.
What the f you talking about? Ali, 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 Ali.
Come on, come on, come on.
Ali.
But Vince has also been using it and has been creating these fake little storylines about himself, where apparently he quit playing video games at 17 and he throws in an arrest and all types of different goofy shit, all in order so he can push his courses. And this is of course not the only one that I've found, but there have been multiple other ones, and all of them are just as goofy and just as stupid, like these two right here. And yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point, but I know one thing is for certain, and that is the fact that he has absolutely no justification in calling anyone a grifter, when we have gotten to the point that he is using AI to grift his living ass off. So the man is not only grifting in real life, but he's also grifting virtually, and it's just going crazy. And I think that is the perfect place to end it, because it really shows the length that this guy is willing to go to in order to sell his program, and just shows how much of a goober he really is. But with that said, if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and the like, and join the Saints Mafia, where we continue to gadoosh all of these AMU characters. And I'm out, watching Vincent Fischer continue to go wild, and peace.
I'm giving you literally 6 months before you will get a Bugatti.
What did you just say about my finance plan?
You literally told me we're not buying cars, we're not buying anything expensive. In a week, the next thing you know, he buys fucking sign for 3.5 million. Yeah, right.
But it's part of the plan.
Yeah, right.
You buy more shit, you make more. So is 28 too late? Nah, I'm playing. But listen, you can still succeed at 28, but you have to ask yourself, what the fuck have I done the last 8 years of my life? You've been twiddling your thumbs and jacking off. So you need to understand your weak point is procrastination, right? You need to value your time more. Because being successful is a time game. Let me explain. If you made $1 million in a lifetime, that's not that impressive. Now, if you make $1 million a year, that's more impressive. If you make $1 million a month, it's even different. But the difference between the 3 tiers is speed. So if you want to get successful, you have to move quicker, bro.